What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge. On today's video, we're going to be opening up some Funko Pop parcels, including the newly released Carrot figure from One Piece. I have actually purchased 2 of them, so fingers crossed we can get the chase. But before we get to that, we're going to check out some Funko Pops that I picked up from the recent FunkoEurope.com sale, where they had some things up to 50% off. First up then, we have Sesim Maru from InuYasha, the recent San Diego Comic-Con release. Now, I'll be completely honest with you guys, I have not seen a single episode of InuYasha. I'll get round to it. A lot of people keep telling me it's really good, check it out. And I have to say, a lot of the Funko Pops look really cool, including this one. I mean, the character I know nothing about, of course. 2 swords, this kind of kimono-like gown or something, whatever the correct term is. Long flowing white hair, the markings on the face, like a crescent moon, some purple waves or slashes, however you want to describe that. It's a very cool looking figure, and a lot of the rest of the figures in the set do also look really cool. Yeah, I just need to get round to watching the show, seeing if I do enjoy it. I know some people will say, well, why are you buying Funko Pops if you never watched the show before? Like, it was a decent deal in the sale, a recent release as well, so I figured why not. And if I do happen to enjoy the show, I'll go and collect more of the figures, which, do I really need to get into another set? It is what it is. I love collecting Funko Pops. You know what? This one also glows in the dark, so let's check that out. And my apologies, guys. It's not pitch black in here. I should have done this last night, but here we go. Boom. It's pretty decent, you know, on the blade. I actually was expecting the like crescent moon on the head to go, maybe even the hair. Well, I say expect, I didn't really feel any glow paint on it, but that would have made it a bit better. Maybe it wouldn't necessarily make sense with a character we so often see it is just a weapon that glows, but yeah, the glow on that blade does look pretty cool. Next up then, guys, we have an awesome 6-inch from D&D to check out. It is Bahamut, the draconic deity, also known as the Platinum Dragon. And I'll be completely 100% honest with you guys, I am no D&D expert by any stretch of the imagination. I was not like a big player back in the day. I kind of think my era, like I was kind of pretty much late 80s and then sort of an early 90s kid. I was kind of in between both. So by that time, like video game consoles, you know, the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, they were all kind of coming out. So I kind of feel video games was more my thing rather than tabletop games, but certainly my brother played a lot of D&D with his friends sort of back in the 80s. I played like a little bit, but I kind of remember more maybe like Hero Quest, which is kind of like a watered down version, but any role-playing games, like video games, especially if you play in this day and age, it's pretty much all based off D&D, right? But I've certainly been getting into it a lot more this year. You know, I've fallen in love with Critical Role, just find it so entertaining. I mean, I loved loads of those guys from anime anyway. So yeah, I've decided to get more and more of the D&D Funko Pops. Loved the movie as well, Honor Among Thieves. I thought it was highly underrated. It didn't like kind of seem to go under the radar a little bit, but I really enjoyed the movie. And yeah, here we have Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. Heard him mentioned a few times on Critical Role, but otherwise, yeah, don't really know a huge amount. I know he's a draconic deity, one of the gods essentially, but the pop is really, really cool. I don't know if it is metallic. There's certainly no metallic sticker, but it kind of looks a little bit metallic in the light, I guess. The scales, you can kind of, it's weird. It almost kind of looks like the paint job is a little bit rubbish, but it also kind of works. I don't know if that really makes sense. But yeah, it's another cool figure to add to the D&D line, and some of them look really cool. I still think that Mimic Pop is absolutely awesome. And just as I was taking this out of the box, guys, I did actually notice this flap here does come out. I thought it was broken for a second, but as you can see, there is a slot for it, which is a little bit weird. It just slots back in, but it's not the same for the flap on the other side. None of the wings either. Yeah, it's just a bit of a weird design, but as I said, a really cool pop. Next up for my WWE collection, we have the Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant moment from WrestleMania 3. And now any WWE fan, or any wrestling fan for that matter, will never forget WrestleMania 3, one of the most important and iconic moments in the history of wrestling, when Hogan body slammed Andre. Of course, it wasn't the first time Andre had actually got body slammed. I even think Hogan had body slammed him before anyway, outside of the WWE or WWF as it was at the time. But of course, this was like the main stage, right? WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. These ring pops, that's what I'm calling them. Are they called something else? Maybe deluxe, I don't know. I'm calling them ring pops. They've released a few of them now. I know I definitely have the first one, which was Austin and The Rock from Raw. I've got Rock and Cena from WrestleMania. I've got Brett and Shawn from WrestleMania. there was definitely one more. Shawn and Triple H from SummerSlam. That's the only one I think I haven't picked up. I may have, though. I need to kind of go back. Man, I need to start recording my collection more because I'm forgetting things that I do own. Like I keep always saying, my collection's probably around 2,500, but that was like ages ago when I did have a tally. It's probably closer to 3,000 at this point, so no wonder tons of stuff is going up in storage. But yeah, this is really cool. The WrestleMania logo there on the ring, Hogan. I don't know if my pop, like my Hogan pop, is like mismolded or something's happened to it, but he's kind of looking up, but maybe that's done on purpose. He's looking up towards Andre, right? I don't know if that is the case. If anyone else has this, let me know if yours is kind of like that. Andre looks great as well. Do already have like the 6-inch version like outside of this, which I think maybe, is it bigger than this? I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to actually go and check, but yeah, still really cool. I'm really happy to add these into the WWE collection. All right, on to the next pop, and I actually forgot this is also a chase chance. I did pick up the die-cast Spider-Man figure to add to my die-cast collection. It feels like an age since I bought one of these die-cast figures. Like, I think they're a really good idea, but I feel Funko have slowed down on them a bit. Like, it doesn't seem like in the beginning people were buying them really quick. The Captain America one went super quick, and I think that's the one that's now really difficult to get, but everything else still kind of comes into restocks. I saw Iron Man restocked recently, which I believe was the second one to release, and then the rest, like, they just always seem to go on clearance sales now. No one's like too bothered about them too much. I don't feel they've been like massively oversaturated, but I don't know, maybe it's the price point. People collecting other things, who knows? They don't seem to have really taken off when it seemed like maybe they would in the beginning, but I don't mind that there's not too many of them, to be honest, because they are pretty expensive. But yeah, I did manage to pick this Spider-Man one up in the sale. This was, yeah, this one of the ones 50% off because I got it for £25, which was really cool. Let's see then if we do manage to get the chase. So, let me just get this tissue paper off. So there it is for you guys. If you've never seen one of these opened up before, the chase is essentially the non-painted version. They're die-cast, right? So it's essentially a proper die-cast figure, just without the paint, like I said. So let's get into this then. Void if seal is broken. Don't know what that necessarily means. Kind of stabbing the box there a bit. There we go. So let's get these off. Man, yeah, this box looks cool though with the Spidey colours. I don't know. Kind of looks a lot more vibrant to me than some of the others. I don't know what you guys think. So always comes in like these padded bits as well to kind of protect the like clear acrylic. I was about to say base, like display, because they all come in this display. So we're going to pop this off then. There we go. And let's see, did we manage to get the chase or do we have the common? To be honest, I tend to prefer the commons, the coloured versions, pardon me. But I have pulled a chase before. I think I got the Black Panther chase. And when I saw it, I was like, you know what? That is pretty cool. So I'm going to drop the front bit first. So you guys are seeing this before I am. Let's pull off the back bit then. Which one did I get? I'm trying to be careful because it feels like it's going to fall. There we go. Hey, we got the common version, which doesn't bother me at all. As I said, I do prefer the coloured ones. So I'll give you guys a quick 360 of it outside of the front bit. It's just really a standard Spider-Man, giving the old like whip signal thing, whatever you want to call that, the hand sign. But he's given two of them, of course. But yeah, it's pretty much just a standard Spidey in that old school blue and red outfit. And then if we add the acrylic case on top of it, does look really cool with the engravings there, or laser engravings, is that the correct way to put it? Essentially creating the pop box for it, let's say, going all the way around, pardon me, Spider-Man. Number 9 in the, is it number 9 in the diecast collection? I think it is, right? Because I'm trying to think if the Star Wars ones were not part of diecast, they were part of their own kind of line or something like that, I kind of feel. But yeah, you know what? This is still really cool. Happy to get it, especially at that half price, to kind of add it towards the Marvel and DC diecast that I have already. And for this next one, I may need to make some adjustments, because I picked up the Funko Shop exclusive 18-inch Darth Vader. As always, a box in a box. Yeah, I didn't really give myself a lot of space to get this out because, as you guys can see, this is absolutely mahoosive. The 18-inch Funko Shop exclusive Darth Vader. We've got the box that was in a box in a box. Let's now actually get the Funko Pop out of the box so you guys can see it up close. And I mean, I say give you guys an up-close look. I've actually had to pull the camera back to fit it all in shot because this thing is absolutely huge. That's what she said. Who doesn't love 18 inches? Yada, yada, yada. Let's get all those jokes out the way. Although, would anyone really like 18 inches? Man, that's a lot. Anywho, that's all out the way. Mine's out the gutter. Check this out, guys. Darth Vader. Like, the head is just massive. I was wondering when I pulled it out, was it going to be a like bobblehead? And it isn't, thankfully. That would have been weird, like an 18-inch bobblehead, right? Because all the Star Wars figures, if you guys didn't know, they have to be bobbleheads due to licensing, etc., etc. The 10 inches are all bobbleheads, but yeah, the 18-inch isn't. He's got the lightsaber there. The one thing I felt they could have done is maybe light it up, but that would have like involved some extra kind of electrical work, intricacies, etc., etc. But that could have looked really, really cool. Otherwise, you know what, like, it's just a pretty much a standard Darth Vader mold, right? Their fist out lightsaber. Is it from Return of the Jedi when he's saying join us and together, or from Empire rather, join us and together we can rule the galaxy, etc., etc. I kind of feel that's where this this kind of pose is from, right at the end when he's fighting Luke and tells him I am your father, spoiler, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's still really cool. I think it's the fourth 18-inch I now have in my collection. I've got the Iron Man, the Batman, and the All Might, and here we now have Darth Vader. And I know what you guys are saying, you're always complaining and screaming that you don't have much space, then why the hell are you buying an 18-inch? I mean, I couldn't pass it up, guys. 50% off from FunkoEurope.com, £50. It's just truly awesome. And by the way, as it relates to our Star Wars content, because I know we've been neglecting it quite a lot, or it seems to you guys we've probably been neglecting it, that isn't actually quite true. We do have a pretty exciting Star Wars announcement coming up. We hope by the end of December, but we're still working on a few things as it relates to our Star Wars content going forward. So yeah, you know, make sure you stay tuned for that. Alrighty then, guys, we're on to our final pop. As I mentioned earlier, I bought 2 of the recently released Funko Shop exclusive Carrot figure from One Piece in the hope that we get 1 chase and 1 common. Let's now see what we got. So here we go, guys. 1 chase, 1 common. Did we get it? Man, that opened up quite easily. I'm not seeing a chase sticker. No, we didn't. Man, my chase luck with Funko Europe this year has been appalling. Last year I got chases galore, but this year there's no luck whatsoever. Regardless, it is still a pretty cool figure. If you guys did want to check out the back, it's actually the last wave, so not the latest wave, the last wave. I always find it weird when Funko do that. And I mean, who knows, maybe it was supposed to release with that previous wave, but Funko held onto it for whatever reason. But here we finally have a Carrot figure into the One Piece collection. Now, I have met Carrot. You know what? I actually just thought I haven't given you guys an update on my One Piece journey for quite a while. I guess we've not had anything new One Piece in for a while. So like I said, I have met Carrot, I've passed Zoe, I'm on Whole Cake Island, but I haven't actually seen Carrot in this form, which I believe is Sulong, if that's how you pronounce it correctly. I only read about it very, very briefly before kind of opening this package up. So I just believe she gets like a lot stronger, a lot faster, and it's with full moon. That's kind of what I gathered, but I'm going to get to that episode eventually. I think I did see the like thumbnail for the episode where she first has this form. I still think I'm a good 30 or so away. Without like giving too much away, I guess the best thing to say is I'm at the night before Sanji's wedding, if that kind of tells you guys anything. I think around episode 818, if I'm not mistaken. So can't really say too much about Carrot in this form just yet. She's obviously got that kind of lightning energy that she, like from what I've seen, she has it with that kind of paw glove thing, but it doesn't look like she's actually got that on here. Her outfit kind of looks a bit more traditional Japanese schoolgirl-ish rather than in like the she's wearing a green dress, I think, like a small green dress, and she obviously has all her fur, whereas here it's all like very white. I did see some people say that there's like a slight kind of purplish pinkish tint to it as opposed to being pure white, and some people didn't like that. I think I saw some guy comment saying it looks like she's been skinned alive. It's like, damn, bro. But you know what, otherwise it looks really, really cool. The only difference, if you guys were wondering, with the chase is it simply glows in the dark. So to me, it's not the end of the world. I'm not so fussed when the chase is like the only difference is like glow or metallic, for instance, like with those armored ones that they released over the last year or so. Not always bothered by those. When there's a slight difference or something, if it's a very minor difference, then the chase, I'm like, is the chase really worth it? If it's a like big difference, I definitely want to go for the chase. So for this one, the fact it's just glow in the dark, even though the glow images I've seen from people do look pretty cool, I probably won't be going for it unless I can get it for a really good price. And well, there we go, guys. That is me now caught up with my Funko Pop parcels until next time, and that is therefore going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up and drop some comments below. What Funko Pops have you guys picked up recently? And as always, we've got plenty more content on the way for you guys. More Funko Pops are incoming, as well as the usual Lego statues, figures, and TCGs. Speaking of which, I will have a Naruto Kaiju video dropping tomorrow. So if you guys do enjoy those ones, make sure to stay tuned for that, as well as all that other content coming in the weeks and months ahead. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple. Subscribe, hit click, smash that subscribe button, and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds!